Are you ready to know more about quartz crystals? You've come to the right place because today we are going to have an overview on quartz crystals, its meanings, answer your top 5 questions about the stone, and at the end, I'll also reveal if you are somebody who could benefit from quartz properties. My name is Sheila Satin, and I'm one of the owners here at Satin Crystals. Let's start learning all about quartz. What is quartz? Quartz is one of the most common minerals on Earth. 70% of the land that we walk on is composed of quartz. So from the tiny specks of sand on the ground all the way to the highest mountaintops, you can find quartz. It is a ubiquitous stone. You will find it all over the world, and it is relatively easy to obtain. So the most common form, or the most familiar form that you might see quartz, is this clear to white form. This is a fairy quartz cluster, and you can see the nice clear quartz crystals coming out of the base. However, when other minerals jump into the crystal while it is forming, you'll find a whole nother wide variety of quartz in the family. So here is a hematite included quartz sphere. So you can see that it gives the quartz a pinkish red tone. Other quartz family members that you might be familiar with are rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, aventurine, chalcedony, etc. Quartz is relatively hard on the Mohs scale of hardness. It registers at a 7. And the chemical composition for quartz is silicon dioxide. So 1 silicon molecule and 2 oxygen molecules make up quartz. The top 5 questions we are going to answer about quartz today are: what are the different shapes of quartz? What are the different types of quartz you can find? How do you use quartz in crystal healing? How do you clean and charge quartz crystals? And what chakra is quartz good for? What shapes do quartz come in? So quartz comes in a large variety of natural formations. So in nature, you will find quartz in all kinds of shapes. Of course, we can also shape them ourselves into different shapes, but Mother Nature has already shaped them in so many different varieties that you can find naturally as well. If you want to know even more shapes and their metaphysical meanings, make sure to head to the Satin Crystals Quartz Crystal Meanings article, where we have a lot more information than I'm going to show you right here. But today I'm going to give you a few examples of natural quartz shapes. So first of all, we have the double terminated shape. So this one has actually been polished by man. You can see that there's little points at both ends of the crystals. That means that it's double terminated. Here is a natural variety. This is a Herkimer diamond-like crystal. So Herkimer diamonds are very prized for their clarity and their double terminated shape, and they only come from the Herkimer region of New York. However, Herkimer-like diamonds are found in different regions of the world. This piece was actually found in Pakistan, and as you can see, it has the double terminations and the nice clarity as well. Here we have fairy quartz, and fairy quartz grows in clusters, and they have clear, well-formed, needle-like crystals. They are quite expensive when you do find them because they are so delicate. So you have to think about mining and cleaning them so that they retain their points and their fairy-like appearance. These are examples of druzy quartz. Druzy quartz crystals are tiny microscopic little crystals that form on either quartz or on a host rock. Here you'll find the druzy quartz on agate. You can see they're tiny little sparkling crystals glittering on the pendant. And this one grew within a geode. So when they cracked open this geode, you can see it was very rocky on the outside, but inside is this brilliant little cave filled with druzy quartz. The scepter quartz has a smaller base and a large head or top. So this reminds us of a scepter or of a mushroom. This crystal here has 2 natural formations that I'm going to show you. The first is a dolphin. So dolphin crystals ride on top of a bigger crystal. So that you'll see the little dolphin here and the main crystal there. It also has a bridge crystal. So bridges are smaller crystals that grow out of a large crystal almost at a 90-degree angle, and they have to be mostly outside of the larger crystal to be called a bridge. So you have the bridge and the dolphin. This crystal here has something that is similar to a bridge crystal, but it is called an inner child because the smaller crystal is mostly inside of the big crystal. Let me see if you can see it, as it's very tiny. I will get out of the way here. But there is a small crystal right there growing out of the bigger crystal. It is actually coming out a tiny bit here and a tiny bit there, but it's growing straight through there. That is the inner child crystal. This little quartz on this natural quartz pendant has two different shapes as well. So the first you can see is the cathedral, this large cathedral quartz here, and then it has a smaller quartz around it that makes it a cathedral quartz. The large quartz is actually also a twin flame quartz. If you look really, really closely, you'll see that the crystals have a fused body. There's no line separating it, but at the top they have two different distinct points. That makes them the twin flame. It's a little hard to see on this one, but that's what makes up a twin flame crystal. We have a cactus or a spirit quartz. This is when a cluster or a larger crystal is encrusted by smaller crystals. So either partially or completely encrusted by smaller crystals, cactus quartz. Last natural shape that I'm going to show you today is the Lemurian crystal. So the Lemurians are laser wands. These are natural crystals, six-faceted as quartz is, with the little point on one end and coming out of a cluster on the other. The distinct thing about Lemurian crystals is that they have striations along one or more of the sides. So you'll see tiny little lines, like little barcodes, on the sides of the crystals. And the Lemurian crystals are said to have been programmed and used during the ancient civilization time of Lemuria. And the way that you activate them now is to rub the striated end, and then you can do your spiritual work. What are the different types of quartz? So besides the different formations and the shapes, there's a whole world of different types, colors, and variations of quartz. So we will continue on with our show and tell. As I said, I'm just going to show you a few types here. So make sure to head to Satin Crystals to find a whole large variety as well as their metaphysical information. So first of all, we have the hematoid or harlequin quartz. This is a quartz that has some inclusions making it either a golden yellow or a reddish color. The red version is also called a fire quartz, and the golden version you can also find as a golden healer quartz. So these are hematoid or harlequin quartz. Here we have a type of colorful quartz. These are known as aura quartz. An aura quartz is a natural quartz crystal that has been coated with natural metals. Depending on the metals will give you a different effect. So for example, here we have a titanium aura quartz, and it has that nice dark rainbow effect. Then we have an angel aura quartz, and this is coated with platinum and silver, and it gives a more silvery rainbow effect here. And then there's all kinds of aura quartz depending on the metals that they are coated in. You have natural rainbow quartz. So the rainbows here are occurring because of the internal fractures. So you'll find the rainbows within the quartz. Hopefully you can see it. They're best seen in sunlight. So the inclusions really can be brilliant once you find the colors within. Here's another natural quartz with a rainbow. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Here it is. There you go. The little fracture is kind of like an oil spill where all the colors come out to play. The red quartz is usually caused by hematite inclusions, sometimes other iron minerals as well. Here you have a polished red hematite quartz sphere. And here you have a natural quartz crystal, which has that red tone because of the mineral inclusions. Rutilated quartz is a clear quartz that is filled with golden or sometimes reddish brown rutile minerals, and these are needle-like inclusions which you can see within the stone. So this one has more of a reddish tone because of the inclusions on the back of the crystal. And this is a smoky quartz with very, very thin angel hair rutiles that you can see best in the sunlight. Here we have some chlorite-filled quartz. So you'll see the green mineral inclusions. That is chlorite, a family of minerals. Sometimes these are also seen as phantom quartz. So depending on the formation of the inclusions, sometimes you'll see the phantom of the kind of like an inner outline, like a ghost shape within the stone that is mimicking the final version of the stone. Here's another one with all kinds of mineral inclusions. This can also be called garden quartz, with all the billowing inclusions within. And this whole genre is an included quartz. So once you see those inclusions within the stone, they are known as included quartz. We have clear quartz. So clear quartz, you can see right through it. Natural, real clear quartz does show mineral inclusions, some kind of little veins or planes or little divots, and maybe some rainbows as well. Here's a tumbled version of clear quartz. Now, clear quartz can also be clarified or known as reconstituted quartz. Like this bracelet I have on here is super clear, and you will be very pressed to find any inclusions within it. That means that they have pressed the quartz and taken out the inclusions. So it's somewhere in between real quartz and fake quartz. Stay tuned for next week because I will be doing a fake versus real versus clarified quartz video. So make sure that you are subscribed to our list for that as well. How do you use quartz in crystal healing? Now, first of all, quartz is known as the master healing crystal. It's great for beginners and for advanced. It's kind of an all-purpose stone. So you definitely should have it in your collection if you're doing any kind of healing work. Now, just a side note, besides crystal healing, quartz has been used for a long, long time in all kinds of industries, most notably in telling time and electronics because it has such a stable and exact frequency. So you can see why this translates well into crystal healing because we want to have all of our energies balanced also. So I'm going to give you a few ideas on how to use quartz crystals in your healing practice, and then head on over to Satin Crystals and we have a lot more ideas for you. First of all, we have the iconic quartz crystal ball. If you have a real crystal ball like this, it is even more fascinating because you can see all of the inclusions. Your mind will kind of absorb into the crystal and have you focused on your spiritual endeavors. Of course, you could use other stones as well, but they won't have the energy of quartz. So the quartz crystal ball for gazing, for channeling, and for meditations. You can use quartz sacred shapes like pyramids or Merkabahs for channeling your spirit guides and the higher realms. So this is great either if you're meditating or if you are astral traveling, you can have your quartz pyramids with you, hold them or place them around your area and channel this energy into your life. Use quartz crystals to expand your aura energy. Make sure it's strong and healthy and light and it won't have any holes to let any unwanted energy in. Use quartz by wearing the quartz jewelry. You can place them in your pocket, have them in your surrounding area, and this will help strengthen your aura. Quartz pendulums are very popular in dowsing, getting yes or no answers, and in checking your chakra energies. So you can place them over the chakras, preferably for somebody else to do it for you, and then you can see which way the pendulum is moving so you can determine which chakras you need opening. So using a quartz pendulum. If you want to direct your healing energy in a specific direction, you can use quartz wands or towers or points so that you're releasing the energy out into the world to your patient, to your friend, even for yourself. If you want to use the wands on yourself, just point the crystals inward. You can also place towers or points on your body as well to help release any blocked chakras. How do you clean and charge quartz crystals? So quartz, as I said, is a relatively hard stone. It is also very resistant to weathering, so it is quite easy to clean underwater or even leave out overnight to charge. So you don't have to worry about quartz too much. If you have a quartz cluster, even better because it self-cleans and self-charges. You can place other stones or a smaller quartz piece right on top of your quartz cluster and have it charged that way. Also, for charging up, the white quartz or the snow quartz is great for charging under moonlight as it has a more yin, calming, feminine energy. And the clear quartz has more of the yang and masculine energy. It is great for charging in the sun. You can leave these out or in an indirect sun on the windowsill for at least one sun cycle, one moon cycle. Of course, they could live there as well. As I said, the quartz is okay in your garden or your patio. But just keep in mind, if it is polished, like this quartz skull here, it may wear down the polish over time if you do keep it outside. So those are just a few ideas. We have more cleaning, cleansing, and charging and programming ideas in the Crystal Care article at Satin Crystals. What chakra is quartz good for? So if you have clear quartz or white quartz, it is great for all of your chakras. It's great to balance and open all of the different chakras. And particularly if you're working spiritually, you want to place it on your crown chakra or your third eye chakra for any spiritual awakenings. Now, if you have the different colors of quartz, depending on what mineral inclusions there are, you can use them for different areas as well. For example, rose quartz is great for the heart chakra. Amethyst is great for the upper chakras. If you have green aventurine, also great for the heart. If you have a yellow citrine, you can place it on your solar plexus chakra. If you have red quartz, then you can use that at your root chakra. So all kinds of ideas, but clear quartz is excellent for opening, balancing all of your chakras, and as I said, strengthening your aura as well. Are you somebody who could benefit from quartz properties? So if one of these statements relates to you, quartz is definitely a stone you should have in your collection. If you are a crystal healing beginner, quartz is a vital stone. If you love collecting minerals, quartz has a whole family of stones for you to collect. If you want to strengthen your aura, use quartz crystals. If you want to open and balance all of your chakras, you can use clear quartz. If you are concentrating on self-healing, use quartz for sure. Thank you for joining us and learning about quartz crystals today. As I said, there's a lot more information at our Satin Crystals quartz article. We also have a whole selection of natural quartz stones for you to shop from. While you're there, join the VIP club and you'll get members-only specials throughout the year. Please do like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue bringing you crystal healing information as well. As always, thank you for your positive energy here at Satin Crystals, and thank you for spreading your light into our world.